I want to end this part of the interview just with you, John, before we bring your daughter in. My team were curious whether you would be able, actually physically able, to answer questions with just one-word answers, because you think about things on such a high intellectual plane. You're very articulate, you're very thoughtful about them. So I just want to throw a few questions at you and just see whether you can. I'm not saying you have to, I'm just saying, can you? Some are straightforward, some a little bit more complex, but what's one piece of music we should all listen to?
Hank Williams.
Which song? Any of them?
Lovesick Blues.
Well, the supplementary is why?
Plaintive Truth.
Perfect. Can money make you happy?
Yes. Not by itself.
Right. But having money would make you more happy than not having money.
Having money and opportunity are very similar, and if you're wise, having more opportunity can be better.
How many hours of sleep is optimum for the human mind to work properly?
It seems that about 8, by the looks of things.
Is marriage good for you?
Compared to the alternative.
Is owning a pet a good idea?
Definitely.
Dog or
Not
cat?
pugs, though.
Dogs or cats? Because I find that cats...
Not pugs. Anything but a pug.
I've had I love pugs. I've had two cats for about 10 months, my first pet since I was a teenager. And I find them to be utter charlatans. Like, whoever gives the most affection gets them. Whereas my family who have dogs, they're very affectionate to everybody. They're not disloyal like the cats.
I like dogs and cats, but I prefer cats because they bite you now and then when you don't expect it, and I think that's hilarious. They're kind of like women that way.
We're talking to women. How much sex is optimum? Per week, per month?
Well, my experience as a clinician, I'll give you a slightly longer answer to this. My experience as a clinician is that people who are married need to communicate about their daily issues for about 90 minutes a week, and they need to spend at least they need to have 2 dates a week minimum to sustain their relationship across time. Now, you know, it varies with the couple, obviously, but that's 90 minutes of business-like communication to set everything straight and to keep you updated with your partner, and then you have to have 2 dates a week to keep the romance in your life alive, and it's really, really, really important to do that. And you can do that, but you have to work at it.
And by dates, are you including sex? So is it twice a week is optimum?
Depends on how the date goes, man. You should know that.
Should people go to therapy, or can it really screw you up?
Depends on the therapist and why they go. It can be very, very helpful. There's no real difference between a therapeutic relationship and a genuine relationship. And so the question really is, are genuine relationships beneficial to people? And the answer to that is, of course. And you might say, well, can you mimic a genuine relationship in a therapy practice? And the answer is yes. It's not as good as a marriage. If it's a good marriage, it's maybe not even as good as a great friendship. But if you lack both of those, then a therapeutic alliance can be extraordinarily helpful. Now, if your therapist is incautious and poorly trained and foolish and ideologically addled, then it can be a complete bloody nightmare. But everything's like that, right? If you go to a surgeon who doesn't know what he's doing, well,
yeah,
you know, he'll cut off the wrong leg, and that's often not a good thing.
Who is the one philosopher we should all read?
Nietzsche.
What, breakfast, lunch or dinner? What's the most important meal of the day?
Breakfast.